Hello everybody. So today I am going to make a quiche. Well, a sort of quiche. It's called a zucchini slice. So what that means is it has eggs, zucchini, onion, a bit of carrot, lots of cheese, and it's going to be baked in the oven. And then it's usually a super delicious dish. And it was one of those things that I always used to make when we lived in Australia. It was something that the kids liked, we liked it, so pretty handy. So to make the quiche or to make the slice, I need to first of all prepare the vegetables to go in it. So the first item that I'm going to use is my supersonic chopper. I'm going to chop up my onions in here. And of course, the supersonic chopper, as you all know, is part of the deluxe kit. The deluxe kit, which costs $179 and has $549 worth of product in. And this is one of the products with it. This by itself is going to retail at around $125. And you have that in your kit for $179. And there's 15 other products. So that's pretty amazing. This in the kit, $12. For normal, $107 before tax and delivery. And of course on the $179, there's no tax and delivery. So that makes it really, really good. So in the comments now, if you were going to use your chopper today, what is the most likely thing you would chop with it? Okay, so I use it practically every day for onions, but I use it for other things as well. And I did debate today whether to chop the carrots and zucchini that I'm going to use in my zucchini slice. But I decided against it because I really want to make sure the vegetables are well cooked through. And I figure that little thin slices of it will guarantee that when it's baking in the oven. But if you didn't have one of our super duper master chef graters, then maybe I would have chopped everything in here. And in fact, I remember when I used to make this in Australia, I used a hand grater, and many times my poor knuckles would suffer because they were in it. So what would you be chopping if you were using your supersonic today? And if you don't have one yet, then write in the comments, I don't have one yet, because for you it's going to be quite interesting to see how wonderful this is. Okay, so let me put in my onion. We're going to chop that up first. So quite big pieces of onion. Very easy to assemble the supersonic. I left it apart. You always take it apart when you want to wash it because you don't want to end up with mold in here. So putting it back together, there's like a section and then there's a little dabber there. You need to make sure that that is in that section, and then you just twist it and it's ready to go. Oops, got a little bit of wayward onion there. Let's put that in. So that was a big onion, right? So look at that. There is my onion nicely chopped. Now I want the flavors of the onion to permeate in my zucchini slice. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in my Ultra Pro, which I'm going to use for cooking. But I'm going to cook these by themselves for a few minutes just to start to caramelize the onions. So when they go into the oven, they're already giving off their sweetness rather than their bitterness. So let's put them in here. And I need a spatula. So I have my spatula here. Now in the Tupperware kit, you also get a Tupperware spatula. You actually get the older style spatula because it is a tested favorite. The top of the spatula comes off so that you can be sure there's no leftovers around the edge. This one, it is completely different. It's sealed, so there's no problem of any leftovers there. Okay, so I've got quite a large amount of onion here. And what I'm going to do is, in this recipe, it asks for some olive oil. So I'm going to use some of that olive oil now. I'm going to salt, but I'm not going to salt very much because I'm using cheddar cheese in the recipe, and it's strong cheddar. And what that means is that there's quite a lot of salt in that. And I'm going to use a little bit of Italian seasoning, but once again, not that much, because while Alan and I love Italian seasoning, it is quite peppery and spicy, and my daughter Hannah is coming today, and she doesn't necessarily enjoy that as much as we do. So I'm going to put this in my Ultra Pro in the microwave for 5 minutes at 80% power. Okay, so that's cooking. The next thing I want to do is to grate up the vegetables that are going and the cheese. So to catch the vegetables, I'm using my medium impressions bowl. It is not the same color as the current kit, but it is also in our kit, and it is very useful, as you can see, because it's exactly the right height to use with your supersonic. So I'm interested to know how many people who are watching today already have either the MasterChef or the Impressions bowls. Let me know in the comments, do you have the MasterChef and do you have the Impressions bowls? Because I would love to know who is maybe still looking to get some of those. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to grate up my carrots. Now whenever I grate carrot in my MasterChef, I always cut my carrots in half, because I find that the grater works much better if it has a sharp edge to catch onto. Just the same as when I would be using it in my supersonic. So you can see all the carrots coming out there. And of course, I have a piece of carrot here ready to give the little pooch. So he's happily off with his carrot. Okay. So sometimes, there we go. What happened? It got caught on the round side. So sometimes you just have to release your and all the carrot that I'm going to use today is now in. What am I going to add as well? I forgot to get them out, but my zucchini. So in the recipe, I'm going to use all of these zucchinis. There's nothing worse than keeping zucchinis until you need them next time, because even in our fridge smarts, they are a vegetable that is quite fragile, I find. Now I stored these, I bought these 3 days ago, and they have been stored in my fridge smart small deep. So I had 3 in there. And this also is part of the deluxe kit. So we are so lucky to have so many choices of products in the kit. So let's start doing, actually, you know what? I'm going to do the same with this as I did with the carrot. Give it some sharp edge. Oh, how easy is that, right? To do the zucchini. Now, what you have to be careful of is that you don't make the piece too big, that it won't go through. There we go. So, okay, that's 1 down, 2 to go. So, in the comments now, let me know, where are you watching from today? Where are you watching from? And what is the weather like where you are? Here in Montreal today, it is cloudy, but very mild. And at least we're not getting those horribly cold temperatures. I'm also interested to know, what do you guys think? Do you think that winter is done? Are we really into spring now? Or are we gonna have another cold snap? What do you think? I feel like we got off lightly this winter, but I don't want to jinx it. Okay, we've got a round edge on here again. Oh, I can smell the onions. So as you can see, there's a lot of zucchini in this zucchini slice, but I'm sure you know that when you cook zucchini, it disappears down to nothing pretty quickly. So there we go. We have our 3 zucchinis, and I'm going to get my little spatula here. Oh, here's the base of the older style spatula, and it's useful for things like this. So we can get most of that out. Okay, so far so good. So now what I'm going to do is put this zucchini and carrot in with my partially cooked onions, actually nicely cooked onions. So let's put those in. And I'll use this to mix the onion, carrots, and zucchini. So I've got that nicely mixed. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is empty it out of here into my large impressions bowl to be able to add in the flour, the cheese, and the oil to make the final mix, and then plonk it back in here, and the egg, and plonk it back in here to cook. So this is this bowl I got in my first host kit that I bought back in 2007. So that's 16 years ago, and I'm still using it because it's a great size bowl for mixing. So let's put this into here so that we can add in all the other ingredients. Actually, I'm going to use my spatula to get everything out, because of course your silicone spatula is perfect for getting all the things out of your containers. There we go, that's pretty good. So we'll put that over there. So now I've got my veggies all ready. Now what I'm going to do is grate the cheese. So I'm using mature cheddar. because I love mature cheddar. I love the flavor it gives in my cooking. So I've got 2 quite nice chunks of it. And Killian's at my feet and he's saying, hey, I can smell that cheddar. Are you gonna give me any? Oh look, I've got a little bit squashed on the bottom here. Let's give a little bit to Killian. Okay, so he's got his cheddar. I'll put the rest of that into the bowl. So that is all I need to do with my Master Chef. So I'm going to take this out, make sure we've got everything pretty good, and that I will put in the top shelf of my dishwasher. I'm just making sure I've got all of the cheese out because I don't want to waste any cheese. There we go. And I can move this now out of my way. Okay, so cheese now goes in here as well. So everything in the bowl. Now I have half a cup of self-raising flour. I have the rest of my 1/4 cup of oil. And mix that all together. And you know, this is one of those, I guess, self-crusting quiches. I can't remember what we call them now. If you were going to make zucchini slice like me, I decided to add a few extra carrots. What could you add in to your zucchini slice to give it a little bit of extra flavor? Of course, one thing that would be possible is bacon, but I don't usually have bacon here, so I don't have any to put in. I have 4 eggs here and a little bit of cream. So I'm just going to put in a little bit more Italian seasoning. Excellent. And I'm going to add in now my 4 eggs and cream. Mix the whole thing together and then put it back in my in my Ultra Pro and put it in the oven to cook. And it will cook in the oven. And what I should tell you is this comes from one of my favorite recipe books, which is called Best Recipes from the Weekly. It's an Australian Women's Weekly. And we have to cook this for 30 to 40 minutes in the oven. Actually, I didn't check what temperature. I think it's probably 350. Yeah, 350 for 30 to 40 minutes or until browned. So there we go, all done. Let's tip it back into here. And I'm going to put the oven on. I'm actually going to take Killian out for a walk now. So he's going to be happy. So that's everything out of there. It fits nicely in my Ultra Pro. Just wipe the bit off the top here. Fits nicely in my Ultra Pro. I'm going to bake it in the oven for 40 minutes at 350. And I know that it is going to be delicious to eat when I get to eat it later on today. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's watching. If you're interested in getting that deluxe kit with just today the things that I've used that are in it, the measuring cups and spoons, and what else did I use? Oh, the spatula. All of those things come in the kit, and just with those things you've already busted the $179 budget. So it really is an amazing offer. You can join by going to the enroll link above. And if you just want to have some fun with us at Tupperware, please join my VIP group, which is in the links above on Facebook. And if you like videos and you like to watch some more recipes or information about what's in the Tupperware kit, please go to my YouTube channel. And I would really appreciate you clicking on the YouTube channel and subscribing for free, because I've just started it and I'm trying to get it going. So thank you everybody for being here today. I look forward to seeing you next time, and have a great evening. Bye for now.